What a day for crypto right now. Altcoin market cap chart hovering at all-time high areas. Chainlink news. Some crazy big news. U.S. Department of Commerce partners with Chainlink to bring government macroeconomic data on chain. We're going to take a glance at the link charts. And we have this. This is an Ethereum daily chart signaling, and I'm going to show you exactly how and why, that the local bottom may be in for altcoins. So we might be kind of at the very beginning of a new altcoin move, and Solana on the weekly chart painting the picture probably most brilliantly right now as Solana gets ready to make its own move towards all-time highs and price discovery. Please hit the subscribe, like on the way in, and if you're not in our intelligence system, please check us out. We've got our risk models back there. We've got our on-chain metrics, our exit planners. If you're a long-term investor, we have a 7-day free trial going on right now. You can get back there and start strategizing and planning, actually taking profits and exiting this cycle. So let's jump into the video. The Solana charts are probably the foundation to this video. And partly what I want to do is I want to set this up for you. This is what we're going to explore. Just look at the Solana chart right now. We are, around this $200, $214 area. What I want to point out to you right now is as we hover here, do you realize Solana has just been sideways since all the way back here in March 2024 at basically the same price? So here's the foundation of the video, and this applies to all altcoins. This is a very good indicator on the Solana charts, but this is applying to all altcoins. At that moment, as we're sideways for months and months and months, at this swing high back here, around the same price we are right now, Solana was overbought. Not only overbought, we were bearish divergence overbought. This time around, Solana is at the very beginning of a momentum move, more similar to back here before that big move happened from October to March 2024. That's the setup. That's the foundation of this video that I want to discuss. And as we start the video, I do want to go into our intelligence system. That whole scenario I just laid out for you in terms of Solana, it's potentially repeating its move from October 2023 to March 2024. I'm asking Zero, our AI back here, it's trained on all of our data, our risk models. What do you think price of Solana could go to now, considering after all this time, Solana is now at the price it was in March 2024, but it's not overbought like it was. And the risk score is currently only 39. If you look at the risk model for Solana, 39. So as I start this video, and we'll come back to this, I just want to press enter. I ask Zero. So while Zero brings in all the context of that question and starts answering it, I do want to go to this Link news and then look at the Ethereum data. So here's the Link chart. I mean, Link is up like 7, almost 8%. You can just see this nice little daily candle right off the 20-day moving average. We'll continue monitoring price action, but I think the macro news is very bullish. And this actually ties into other chains as well. But U.S. Department of Commerce partners with Chainlink to bring government macroeconomic data on chain. Notice also when we're talking about some of these charts, right? This is the Chainlink chart. We're getting a little bit of a move right now. But just notice the sideways action of Chainlink going back to around that March 2024. The best illustration from this video is altcoins, after this huge swing high, have really just been sideways and consolidating. It's been an accumulation phase. And we're entering a very bullish business cycle. Interest rates are getting ready to come down. And the altcoin season really is set up. And this is kind of our new starting point. This was the swing high. Now, that same price area is the starting point. Now, this Chainlink news, when it comes to the Department of Commerce partnering with Chainlink to bring government macroeconomic data on chain, it ties into other chains. US publishes GDP data on the Bitcoin blockchain. And not only that, if you zoom in on this Bloomberg post, you see right here, the government's effort initially targets 9 blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and involves putting a cryptographic hash of the data on these blockchains to verify its integrity. I'm not sure what the full list of those blockchains is right now, but you can see how the government is so on board with crypto. this is so bullish, especially at the confluence of what we're looking at with these charts. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Ethereum potentially signaling kind of a local bottom. And what I'm referring to, and this is potentially, we have to continue monitoring support areas. Right now, Ethereum is at the 20-day moving average, right? But right here, around August 20th, if you look at Ethereum inflows and outflows, August 20th marked a pretty strong, and August 19th, a pretty strong outflow day or two, right? 429 million outflows, 240 million outflows. This could be kind of a local bottom signal because you see the bounce in terms of inflows after that moment, right? 287, 337, 443. We have 455, and then just yesterday, 307. Tons of inflows happening right now. We could be setting up for the next move to the swing high. So that's the Ethereum chart. I want to continue monitoring really this area that we've always been kind of keeping an eye on. It's the 20-day around 4,400 to the 50-day now around $3,800, $3,900. So that's the support area. Even if Ethereum starts falling, that I want to continue watching for Ethereum. Let's go to Solana. This chart, from a momentum perspective, from where we are in the cycle, is looking so good. So I asked Zero, our AI, in terms of what could Solana go to, and it answered. So let's explore this, and I want to start with the chart just to reaffirm what I kind of just said, which is, all right, Zero, we're kind of like in this moment back here in October, but not only that, we're kind of like hovering now at this area that Solana ran to after that run to March 2024. And the risk score is so low, 39. So I asked Zero, what could this potentially mean for Solana price? So Zero saying, if Solana repeated the move, and it's taking the percentage gain, and it's saying it could theoretically reach $2,057. I think that's unrealistic. Let's see, and I'm glad I told Zero to think realistically, because then it does think realistically. Let's consider realistic factors. So market cap feasibility, which is massive. You have to study market cap for any altcoins or any cryptos that you're looking at in terms of how high they could go. With a current market cap of 115 billion and circulating supply, price would imply a market cap of 1.1 trillion, a level Bitcoin has only achieved during euphoric peaks. It's not saying that it's going to do that. It's taking that and saying, okay, maybe that's not so realistic. So at 39, Solana's risk isn't elevated, suggesting room for growth. However, this lower risk score could also mean the market isn't in full mania mode, potentially capping gains. So here we go, altcoin season context. In a true alt season, Solana might reasonably aim for 500 to 600 billion market cap, 3 to 5x from now, implying a price range from $600 to $1,000 rather than $2,000 plus. That's way more realistic. So if we actually go to Solana charts, that answer is very helpful, because you can even, I mean, it likely wouldn't play out like this, but just look at this, everybody. The 20-week getting ready to cross above the 50-week, right? That green above the blue. This is what happened back here at the beginning of the move. Now, we can take a fractal, right here from that move to swing high, kind of bring it over here. And Zero saying maybe not $2,000, but like 600 to 1,000. So this could play out for Solana. Maybe some more volatility involved there, but this is what this entire move could look like. And it is, I think, so realistic in terms of all of the inflows that are about to come into Solana too, and altcoins. So $600 to $1,000, here's where things become, I think, valuable. And this is exactly why I built this intelligent system, not for Solana, but for altcoins in general, especially the ones that I hold. I think, look at Solana's move. Look at Solana's risk chart right now, a 39. You can see it over here in terms of the heat map. The move has not started for Solana. I think we will see Solana enter an environment in our risk model that looked like last bull cycle, right? Where it's going from, you can just see, a risk score of 45 in January 2021, and just look at it, making its move into the 70s, into the 80s, into the 90s. This is exactly what I built this system for. This is proprietary data. There's so much data that builds these models, but this is what I'm doing and our members are doing, which is we're monitoring and waiting for these areas to be hit. We'll have alerts set up that tell us, hey, Solana, Cardano, Ethereum, whatever, just hit 80. Time to take some profits. Things are getting crazy. 90, imagine. 95, imagine 100. This is what I built this system for. So people say I'm shilling every time I do these integrations, and I really do not care. I'm so excited about this product, and I want as many people using it as possible. We've made a free a free trial right now, so you can go test it out. And if you don't like it, you can cancel. But I am trying to. I think the foundational I guess, message, even if you don't sign up with this, that I want to just kind of continually repeat, especially if altcoins start making a breakout. Even if you're not in the system and you don't sign up, that's fine. Take profits this cycle. Don't round trip the bull market. So many people do. So many people do. And this is a very big reason I built this system. And even if you're not going to use the system though, monitor how, even if you're just looking at a Solana chart, for instance, on the weekly, monitor what momentum is doing. Right now, this chart is at a very beginning phase. There is so much upside for momentum. Even if it gets overbought, comes back down and puts in some bearish divergence again, we could just be going higher. There's so much upside, but monitor these moves, monitor momentum. Don't let your emotion get wrapped into these charts. I have a very strong plan of taking profits this cycle. Everybody's plan will be different, but I will tell you one thing: as we study and look at just this Solana chart, it's looking very strong, especially with where we are from a macroeconomic standpoint. So I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a different perspective. I know we've been covering a lot of Ethereum charts lately. We've been doing some Cardano charts, but I really wanted to dig into a Solana chart because right now it looks like Solana is getting ready for a move. And so we'll continue monitoring that, but the setup right now is just starting. So let's see how these things play out. I wanted to share this data with you. I appreciate you cruising through. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And again, hit the link below if you want to try out our intelligence system. We have, I think, 38 risk models back there. It's probably one of the most in the industry. So check us out, and I hope you enjoy it. I will see you all in the next video. God bless.